So I am sitting here at this gas station with my gas light on. I was at a particular location yesterday, the library. Well, I'm trying to act secretive. I don't know, but I was at the library, okay? And I was at the library because I didn't have any gas, and the Lord told me to wait at the gas station. But I waited there for so long, and I had missed the appointment that I needed to go to. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to find somewhere to go. And the Lord was pressing me to go to another gas station. But I told the Lord I just didn't have faith for it. I didn't have the faith for it. I've been led up and put down so many times as far as like being disappointed that I just didn't trust that in that moment the Lord would come through for me. I just didn't want to have to go through all that would happen when he didn't came through me. I just didn't want to go through it. So instead of going to another gas station, my gas light is on, I just went to the library yesterday because I'm like, at least here, you know, I could stay for a while and I'm not like pulled over on the side of the road trying to get somebody to push my car somewhere to go do something I don't even have the means to get. So, mind you, I have no money to get gas. No money. I don't have $1 to my name. My account is in the negatives, like for real, not just a couple of dollars either. No more money on credit cards, none of that stuff. And it's not because of financial mismanagement. It's because I was doing all the things the Lord told me to do. And I believe he intentionally drained my account so that I would have to lean on him. Some of the stuff that I purchased, it was definitely not a smart financial decision to make, or a financial, move to make as far as purchases. So I go to the library because I'm like, at least I could stay here. When it was getting closer to the end of the day, the Lord told me to now go to the local Ralph's parking lot and that I could sleep there, because at the library at 2 a.m. you can't park there anymore from 2 to 6. So I'm like, my gas light is on. Like, I was terrified to make it to Ralph's because the Lord was telling me, go to the gas station, go to the gas station, go to the gas station. And I'm like, God, I don't have the faith for it. I just don't. Like, it's been 40 days now just not having an address. Nevertheless, all of the processing the Lord has put me through months and months and months prior to where it just absolutely being stretched and making these huge faith decisions. But yesterday, y'all, my faith ran out. I'm like, I can't do it. I just don't have what it takes to make it there. So he said, just pull into the Ralph's. So I pulled into the Ralph's and slept there for the night. This is all coming on the heels of creditors calling me nonstop, asking about bill payments. Yesterday, I got my permit approved to be able to do street preaching, which the Lord had me put in. It's been like a month and a half, like, waiting on this permit to come through, just going through the process that the city has. But yet, it costs $25 now. It got approved, but I have to pay the $25 fee, and they're like, congratulations. They're all excited, Let's get this thing going, and I don't even have the $25 to like pay for the permit. So I'm like, it's not even just the things I want that I don't have money for. I don't have money for the things that God told me to do. You know, I don't have gas. I don't have shelter. I don't have money. I have some like non-perishable foods here that I just snack on all day. Cliff Bars, yogurt smoothies, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, protein drinks, stuff like that. But now the Lord is telling me to make even more faith decisions. And on the heels of me crying out to him for weeks now to help me, and he's not come through, to have to go now to a gas station when my light is on. The gas light is on and I have no money. And how long can you sit in a gas parking stall before the attendants tell you to move? And then I won't be able to move because I don't have gas. What they gonna do, tow my car? Like, then where am I gonna live? Like, or what am I gonna have to do? Beg for money? Or have my car like run out of gas in the middle of the street and gotta have somebody push it and them say, oh yes, you made it, now you can get gas, and me be like, I don't even have $1 to my name? How humiliating. I wake up this morning and I'm thinking I'm just gonna die in the Ralph's parking lot. I guess that's it. At least I got a place where I can just be. Maybe that's where he wants me, stripped down. But he says again this morning, go to the gas station. I go to the gas station and I make it just fine. I pull up in the stall and here I am waiting. Here I am waiting. I don't know what's gonna happen, guys. Will I have a long day of just sitting here and waiting on the Lord and going through an emotional roller coaster of maybe he will keep the faith, pray, scripture, do it all. Come on, you got this. Boredom, fatigue. Well, was this another test? A test of faith? Will I be humiliated and have to have people look and stare and ask me all day what's going on, and me have to tell them I have no money? I've waited for hours on things from God because he told me to go somewhere and wait, and nothing happened. I don't know where today will lead me. How long will I be in this stall? Will God come through for me today? Will today be the day that I get breakthrough, that I go to my promised land? Or will today be the day that I get humiliated and crucified in my flesh? You see, you don't know how devastating this is. "20 years, retired military, construction worker, master's degree, I couldn't even get my PhD because they said you have to be in ministry for 3 years in order to go get your PhD. So I was capped out on education. I've done 2 marathons. 2. I've reached the height of physical fitness, the heights of nutrition. I've done volunteer work. I've done apprenticeships. I've had a nonprofit organization. I've served and fed the homeless. I have done ministry in a church where I taught Sunday school. I organized food distributions. I've traveled the world. There's nothing that I think that I could not do if I put my mind to it. Now couple that with God, and I'm just waiting to see. That's my resume, is I don't exhausted all of life. What else is there for me to do? Oh, you should go travel. I've traveled the world for 20 years. Go on a vacation. I don't see most of it. Trees are trees, water's water. Okay. A different culture is a different culture. I don't experience enough different cultures. I get it. Oh, you should see if you can go get another job and try to give back. I had that. I had a job making $80K a year. And then with my disability and retirement, I was making close to $130K a year. And God said, quit the job. Yeah. See, I'm not somebody that's on this journey because I ain't got no other choice, okay? Your girl is marketable. I have options. But yet, I made this decision to leave all to follow God. And where has it led me to? After 40 days, here at this gas station, no money. I mean, negative hundreds of dollars. How do you get that? A couple of hotel rooms, I guess, fell behind. And when they came back through hard. But they were ones that God told me to get. No gas. Running low on food. No shelter. Waiting in the stall with no means whatsoever. And I'm looking at this private property sign at the station. It is 5 o'clock in the morning, y'all. That's why the lighting ain't good. But like I said, we keep it popping with a cell phone and God, so we ain't got no fancy setup here. But what God wanted me to do this morning was to make this video. And here's why. Because my faith is not perfect, y'all. I don't know what's gonna happen today. I want to believe God's gonna come through for me in a big way. I want to believe in this video He gonna drop millions in my lap. And I believe He can. But what if this is just another test? What if this is just another way to join Christ and his crucifixion by being humiliated, by being brought so low, just by following the will of the Father. What if today I'll go through a series of events that will be like flogging, that'll be like whipping, just humiliation after humiliation after humiliation. See, what God said is, I want you to tell them I don't need perfect faith. I need enough faith to get you into position. See, I am not here saying God's coming through. God be here any second now. I'm just waiting on God. I know God's going to meet me here. I know this. That's not what I'm saying. What I know is that God's will be done today. What I know is that I did what God asked me to do. I'm in position. I'm positioned for a miracle. And I need one today. It's been 40 days. Of me radically following God. Without an address. In this Abraham covenant, where it's go, where I will show you. And where did he show me? A mansion, a beautiful home, a hotel. He showed me a parking lot. Luckily, I've been, for this whole year, following God radically, but at least with 4 walls and some safety and security. But Abraham's faith was not perfect either. Yeah, God said go, and he went. But later you could see when God told Abraham he would have a son, he reiterated the covenant with him. Abraham laughed. Shall a son be born to a man so old? Abraham lied to kings and said Sarah was his sister. It was his half-sister, but there was deception. See, it wasn't perfect. Why did it take so long for the promise? Why? Why? It was years later. Over a decade. And he still had not had a son. Why? Because his faith was being perfected. Oh yeah, see, God knew something about him. He knew that he would go down forever in history as being the father of faith. He knew that one day he would ask Abraham to sacrifice his son, and for that he needed great faith. This process went on for so long because his faith needed to be enlarged, stretched, perfected. See, our faith doesn't have to be perfect. It is in the process of being perfected. Will you have enough faith to get yourself in position for a miracle?